Okay, I'm going to try to explain how some of this works here as far as the actions are concerned. I'm going to move my projector up just a little bit. So if you're looking at this file here, I'm right-clicking, control-clicking to get the drop-down menu actions. And what you're seeing here is basically how all of this stuff works. The thing that you have to really be aware of is, number one, I have a stop action because I don't want this to automatically run. I have a few event listeners and methods or actions. So in this case, this is indicating Violet movie clip, which is this movie clip right here. It's called Violet, and you can see that over in the properties panel. When I select that symbol, it is a movie clip symbol. It only works with movie clip symbols and button symbols. Graphic symbols do not allow me to name instances here. That is the term I'm using, instances, for any object on the stage that I can select and name. So this is a button symbol. This is a movie clip symbol. My bad. This is a button symbol. That's the go button. And this is a movie clip, which is the violet. So if I look in my actions again, I'm pressing stop. Now what you're seeing here is that I'm adding 1, 2, 3 actions to the violet movie clip symbol. And what it does is it expands when I mouse over. So you'll see that here, that's the mouse over event, which is the mouse over. And what this says is go into the violet symbol and play frame 2. If I said go to and stop, then it would go to frame 2 and stop. But in this case, it goes to frame 2 and plays. So if I were to double click in here, you would see that on my timeline, if it were to go to frame 2, which is right here, it would play to this point right there, and you'll see how it kind of expands there. I have another action here. That's the stop action there, so it doesn't go beyond frame 10, and so it stays enlarged. My other action is on mouse out, is to go violet, go to, and play 11, so it goes back into this movie clip symbol. So when I mouse out of it, it then plays to frame 11, which then plays back all the way to the end, and then it jumps back to frame 1 again because it's going to loop automatically, and because I now have that stop action there, it's not going to go beyond. So I hover over, plays to 10, I take the mouse out, it plays to 11, and then goes right back to frame 1 again. Now this symbol you can copy and paste. So I can copy and paste. The first thing I would want to do, of course, is to create a new layer. I'll call it Violet 2. And I will paste it on here. Now, careful on this. This says Violet, and if I were to actually run this now, I think I'm going to run it. Oh, ran an error. Well, you see it's not working. It actually works there. For some reason it doesn't work there. I don't know why that is. But problem is that I need the code to go to one of these, and it's not reading either one of them. So I'm going to turn this into Violet 2. So I'm going to go back up to my properties here and change that to Violet 2. Now to make that work, all I'd have to do is go into my frame 1 here, and I would take all of this. Let's see, I want to make sure I get it all. Now the problem with a function is that it cannot be duplicated. And right now I have two instances. I should have thrown an error. I'm surprised I didn't, but go figure. What I'm doing now is I am copying and I'm pasting here. Now this one, let me just put a comment in here. So I've got a little comment saying this is the second violet because this is starting to get pretty long. Now I've just copied and pasted those 3 lines of code, and all I have to do is just update the name. So violet 2, which I named that second one. This one, the first one just says go to and play 15. I can change this number, so maybe I want to go, say when that animation goes to, let's see, if I want this to run over here, then maybe this one will start at 41. And so that would, I could put another keyframe in here, put the original one back. Let's see if I can do that real quick. So it snaps back here. So it goes here and then snaps back to 1. And then this one can go and start animating at 41. And then have that go. I'm just going to insert keyframe here. And then just pull that off to the side of the stage right there. All right. So what you have is snap. Now, here's the problem. Now what you have here in this frame in 41, you have the start state that you had originally. Okay. So then if I were to press, and I'm going to option click this and pull this out. Actually, I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put a button 2 layer in here. Let me pull this back over here. This is my button 2 layer. And then I'm going to paste this dude in there. And I'm just, with my transform tool, I'm going to flip it around. Make sure you've got it exactly the same size and all that. I'm just going to put this down here. And this, whoops, darn it. This I'm going to call go to. All right. So everything that all the code that I'm using, I'm going to duplicate accordingly. And then I'm just going to go ahead and extend out all these frames here so that I've got them everywhere, including my actions layer, all that. I'm just going to extend that back out. Pull that over here so you see that. Okay. So I'm setting this up now. And then my violet 2 is going off to the edge there, and then it's going to snap to the beginning again. So I've got this element here. So what I want to do here is select this one, go to, and I'm just going to duplicate my actions. That's this one down here. I'm going to duplicate this actions, and this one's going to say go to. Now careful with this one, because this says go to and click play frame 2. I'm just going to call this go to 2. And the reason why I'm changing the name of this is because I can't, if these two function names are the same, then I'm going to throw an error. Now you can call this pretty much anything you want, but you just got to be consistent so that this go to action calls this go to function, and then this is going to go to and play. Well, I could just call this run to. So I could go up here, insert keyframe, and then call that, name that over here in the properties panel, run to. So again, it's all about naming. So I go back into my functions in frame 1 again, and then the second one is going to be run to. Okay. Oops, this would throw an error. So it's got to be go to, run to. All of this just gets updated. I'm just updating all the names of the symbol and the names of the function. So if I go back up here now, where I create these second things, I also have to update these functions as well. So I'm going to have this be the same. This goes to run to, and then I will do on and out. Now this function is going to be a little difficult because I've already got go to 2, so I could just say go to 3. It doesn't matter. And then down here, now in one situation, I could do, now what I could do is I deleted all of that, and I could, since I've already got a function that does do the exact same thing down here, go to 2, it's defined here, I can actually recycle it up here. So I'm calling that function for if I, Violet 2, if I clicked it, then it would go to and play run 2, which I have up here as well. So in that sense, I'm actually recycling my code. Down here though, all I did was I added the symbol, the second symbol, Violet 2, and then again, so I don't throw an error, I create a unique function name for both of these because these go to a very different location. So Violet 2 is going to go to and play run 2. Oh, sorry, my bad. These two are going to go inside the Violet 2 symbol, and they're going to play the same. They're going to play the same timelines. I thought I'd named them, I didn't. So it just goes inside the symbol and plays 2 on mouse over, and then plays 11 on mouse out.